All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back update and information as it is hot. Let's go down to the news information of the day. My big congratulations to the President of America, Donald Trump of Umuchineke, a man who has stood by the principle of Chukwu Okika Biama and a man who has the interests of Biafrans at heart. And I believe that as Mazi Donald Trump has taken over office, I think it's high time for him to rise up and say, let Biafra people go, let him be the Moses and release the children of Israel from the bondage of Pharaoh of the Egyptians. As it be, information where they drop for my table be said, this Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, has written to Finland president over Biafra declaration. Unlike other African countries, or unlike African countries, you see as this issue of Biafra is moving forward in Finland, and there has been a lot of letters that has been written by the Nigerian government, the Nigeria House of Senate, the House of Assembly members, even ambassadors to Finland to make sure that Ekpa is handicapped or Ekpa is captured. But these people have forgotten that white man does not think like black man, because if white man thinks like black man, I don't think that by now black man would have gotten his independence. A lot of African countries and a lot of South American and other countries that got their independence, I don't think that would have happened by now, because most of these white people, they believe in what is written in paper. Once you are able to break that code or be able to find out what is written about you in a paper, the white man gives you the freedom to exercise your right. It took Martin Luther King a lot of years, protests and the rest of them, to be able to alleviate the black people of America from the bondage of not associating with the whites. Those days in America, you find out that around the 1940 and the rest of them, during the time of Martin Luther King and the rest of them, you find out that when a white man enters a bus, a black man is supposed to stand up so that a white man can sit down. And places like Michigan, Alabama, and the rest of them, there were no blacks there, because even if you're a black man and try to come up or associate with the white, some of them were lynched. But when people like Martin Luther King Jr. and a lot of other people like Abraham Lincoln and the rest of them, who stood up and made sure that self-rights is legal for everyone, that people have the right to associate, the right to religion, the right to speech, and the rest of them, many people were liberated. A lot of people were liberated. And that was what happened. Meanwhile, as it be, Simon Ekpa has written to the Finland government. Let's go down to that information. Simon Ekpa, led Biafra Republic government in exile, has written to Finland President Alexander Stubb over the group's announced Biafra Declaration Convention. Ekpa, in a statement on Wednesday through X, noted that the letter of intent was presented on Monday to Finland President Alexander Stubb. According to Ekpa, the letter detailed justification on why the Biafra Declaration is a recipe for peace in Nigeria and Sahel region of Africa. The letter of intent informed the Finland president to support the Biafra Independence Declaration because it is a recipe for peace in the Sahel region, Ekpa wrote on his official X account. The government of Biafra is contacting you to inform you about the overall aims and goals of the Biafra Republic government in exile and its international legal personality, and the pending restoration of the United States of Biafra under the auspice of an internationally recognized referendum to be concluded the last week of November 2024. Unlike other secessionist governments in Africa before and since, Biafra was recognized by 5 United Nations member states. The letter reads in part. This comes amid the increased agitation for Biafra independence in the past years. EPA had announced that from November 29 to 3, 2024, Biafra independence will be declared in a convention in Finland. Recall that Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has been under detention since 2021 over Biafra agitation. Efforts and appeal from several Igbo leaders for his freedom have not yielded fruit. All right, welcome back. This is a letter written to the Finland president, stopped by Mazi Simon Ekpa, the prime minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, as it be. You don't share. I think that Ekpa is actually taking this movement very, very serious. I think that this is not like every other movement that have come before now to liberate the indigenous people of Biafra. There has been a lot of movements. Ojukwu came and go. Owazurike, who later joined the Nigeria party, and as if his own movement, the MASOP, has now been registered under Nigeria. They are even doing security work everywhere. MASOP members, you can hire them to do security for you and the rest of them. And after that, a lot of people came up. People like him are powerful. And also, Nnamdi Kanu, who started the last part of the game, that ignited the fire of freedom. That was when a lot of Igbo people started speaking out. Even some governmental parastatals supported, some governmental officials and the rest of them who were, pioneering this thing on the ground. Even though there are some selfish politicians who knew that if this happens to come to limelight, that they are going to lose their political position. People like senators, governors, and the rest of them who are kicking against this thing from behind, who are just fighting for their own personal interest. Even the office that have been given to them, the voted office they are occupying as the governors, the president, the senators, they have not been able to do anything for the masses. Yes, they have not been able to do anything good for the masses because as far as what is it called? As far as Nigeria is concerned, as far as Biafra is concerned, the politicians we have not been able to do any reasonable thing that have actually affected the life of the people. Nothing has been done in the interest of the masses. Imagine in a state in the northern part of Nigeria where the governor of that state said that they built, I think, how many boreholes with 1.2 billion naira. Only boreholes. Building of boreholes were done with 1.2 billion. And I think about 20-something boreholes or thereabout. And these politicians somehow, they feel that Nigerians or the citizens that are under them, their subjects, the populace, that these people are fools, that they are mumu, they don't even know what they are doing, because the way they are bringing out the expenditure, expecting us to accept these things wholeheartedly, expecting us to accept it hook, line, and sinker. I think it's appalling. It's painful. It's very, very painful. And that is why a lot of people have decided that the movement that will bring about the actualization of the indigenous people of Biafra should be taken serious. People like Simon Ekpa are making moves, making sure that these things come to pass. Meanwhile, let's go to another information. As government don't buy people for one obodo like that, will be Enugu State. They say 4 government shot dead in Enugu State. Let's go down to the full detail of the information as I go the edition out to you one by one. Remember that is my work here for you. to make sure that you get all the necessary information you need. As it be, security squad comprising the Nigerian Army, the police, and the DSS personnel also recovered a cache of arms and ammunition from gunmen, while some of them fled into the bush with various degree of gunshot injuries. The elements were intercepted in the early hours of Wednesday and overpowered by operative of Eha Alumona in Nsukka local government area while hatching sinister plans of attacking some parts of the state, including the metropolis. It was reported that an ESN commander who has been operating from neighboring state was arrested after hours of intense gun duel between the operatives and the men of the underworld. According to the source, the ESN commander who had been on the wanted list led the security operatives to their hideout where they stacked their arms, charms, and other dangerous objects. Meanwhile, the two security personnel who sustained minor injuries during the exchange of fire are presently receiving treatment and have been confirmed to be in stable condition. It will be recalled that the Enugu State Governor, Barrister Peter Mba, had vowed to flush out evil elements and hoodlums behind insecurity in the state through the ongoing security reforms, which include establishment of distress response squad, massive investment in the state command and control center, surveillance security system, and modern technology aimed at intercepting and eliminating all forms of security threat. Peter Mba, you have tried. And secondly, the matter now is that every single thing that happens now, they name them IPOB. If they catch thief, they name them IPOB ESM. Every. Peter Mba said that he's going to create a distress response squad, massive investment in state command and control center, surveillance security system, and modern technology aimed at intercepting and eliminating all forms of security. Yes, you want to install a surveillance security system and the modern technology. Meanwhile, roads that are leading to some villages in Enugu State has not been built, especially those places that they are doing a lot of farm work. That these people, you are supposed to give them a good road so that after harvesting their farm produce, they will be able to bring it easily into the city and sell it and make their money. But these people are looking at putting cameras and the rest of them. That's another means of eating the nation's money. And when they put this camera now, they will be telling us they do it with 100 billion. Meanwhile, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain for the day. If this is your first time, kindly go ahead and sub, like, comment, share. Thank you for listening. God bless.
Biafra, how to defend our land. It is in the public. We're not hiding it. So you judge by yourself. So anybody coming to say Samonekpa be open or Samonekpa, the person is not telling himself or herself truth. What open do you want me to be? You want me to tell you how I sleep and snore in my bed? Before you know I'm telling you the truth. I don't know. If that's what you're expecting, my brother, you wait till that can come. But anything that has to do with this Biafra, you are going to have it. It is in the public domain. So you can judge if you have followed this particular space from the beginning, you can judge from what other people have done in the past and what we're doing today. And then you can be the judge. From that, if you are convinced, you join. If you don't convince, we'll wait for you somewhere where we'll use tax. We'll use taxation to barb your hair. Thank you for not supporting Biafra.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
PM.
Mm-hmm.
PM.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know we have at least best air defense system than Iran?
They don't have it.
Israel went to Iran and came back with testimony. And Nigeria will come to us and and they go back with the lamentation.
They don't have idea. They don't have idea of that. They don't have idea.
All right, we go to Veteran Dragon.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you, my Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Akbarawa, Honorable Akbarawa. Thank you so much. And the Deputy Minister, Raphael, I salute you. I salute all the ministers on space. My Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, I salute you. I stand in attention and I salute you in the military way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I didn't listen to your opening speech, so I will go back later to listen to what you said. There is something I want to mention. I've never shivered or worried or bothered either during the Civil War or now, but there was a time I really shivered in this struggle, and I want to mention it. That was when you said you were looking for 20 million votes. The thing really bothered me. I said, where are we going to get 20 million votes? I said, why didn't you ask for, since we were trying to match 4 million, why didn't you ask for 7 million, 8 million? You asked for 20 million votes. Hey, that thing really pushed me. I was very, very uncomfortable. But alas, at the end, we are having over 50 million votes, mandating you to go on and give us Biafra. 50 million votes. You really surprised me. You really surprised me. And I want to sing a song, which is a familiar song you've been singing. Let me just sing it because after you announced 50 million votes, I said, wow, you are too much. And God is with you. Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ka ọ na-eme. Ọ bụrụ na ọ bụghị Simon, gịnị ka ị ga-eme n'elu ụwa nke a? Gịnị ka ị ọ bụrụ na ọ bụghị Simon, gịnị ka ị ga-eme n'elu ụwa nke a? Gịnị ka ị ga-eme? My Prime Minister, I thank you. I can't ask you a question. What am I going to ask you? I am following everything you are doing. I'm listening to you. Now you have spoken to us. God will now give me grace. I can now sleep well. I even want, if you can be talking to us every day. I mean, that will be healing to my body. So thank you so much for what you are doing. We are with you. We are looking forward to December 2nd, when we are going to redeclare our sovereignty. And then we generate that document, which will be signed by delegates. The document that will become an instrument that Biafra has been redeclared. Thank you so much. Your template is touch not. It's unbeatable. Nigeria is dead. The funeral is about to be conducted. We will all be there to have the service of songs and finally bury Nigeria. Thank you so much for what you are doing for us.
Thank you, veteran. We go to Tosi. Tosi with Elon Musk's photo on your profile. Over to you.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Good evening. I'm so honored to be here among the honorable men here. I have some few questions to ask as a young and vibrant Biafran citizen. I'm just 23, and I'm very interested in history stuff and all those things. So, though my question is nothing related to what has been discussed here or anything, but I have some few things bothering me, which I would like to be cleared of, like to know what is really happening and to know what I'm about to fight for, to know what the freedom is all about. Like, I've been watching so many news online, I've been following history all over the world, and Israel is one of the countries that are similar to what Nigeria is doing to Biafra people. Then when I come across Biafran flag, seeing it standing next to Israel flag, it bothers me a lot. So I want to know what Biafra has in common with Israel. That's my first question. Please, people should just pardon my manners or anywhere I start to ask the question, but I need to be clear about this to know what we are fighting for and to know what I'm fighting for too, because I need that freedom. I need it. And I can fight to the last drop of my blood to get it. You understand? So that's what I just want to know.
All right, you want to know the relation between Biafra and Israel. All right, so Biafra, in as much as I wouldn't want to go into religious teaching and cultural or origin. Biafra people are believed to be the Jews, the lost tribe of Israel, just like you have them in other parts of Africa as well, in Ethiopia, for example. Unfortunately, our Ethiopia has been recognized by Israel, and they even have free access to Israel. They can travel to Israel and all that. Our own has been meeting brick wall because of the Ishmael descendant in Nigeria that the British forcibly joined us together, which is the northern Usman Danfodio descendant, as you all know. They don't want to see anything in Israel, the history in the Bible. So it is reality, and that is the reason they hate you. So that's the reason why they don't want to see what you see going on today in the Middle East is the same thing we are facing. So it is that connection, that blood connection, that covenant is what they are fighting. So when you see them going against you in Nigeria, hating you, it is just like that. It is a spiritual thing that is beyond your understanding. So they have no other reason to hate you other than the light that is shining in you as a Jew. Even though some people who is sitting there with you probably who are one Nigeria, once you have the spirit of one Nigeria, you will even be seeing somebody who is from the same village with you, who's supposed to be calling himself a Jew, will continue to fight you. Say, come on, go and sit down, you're an idiot, which a Jew, who go back to Israel now. Stuff like that. So it is a connection that we have and a covenant that we have. And then also our culture, for you to confirm that is true, our culture is the same, our way of life is the same. And so we see ourselves as the descendant of the Jews. That is the connection we have. Of course, some people can give you more deeper explanation to the connection between us and Israel. So we are the Jews. That is a lost tribe of the Jews in the West Africa and of course in Nigeria. And like I said, we are not the only people that are the lost tribe of Judah or Israel. There are many of them across Africa. And if you don't know, when you hear Israel, when you hear what is in the Bible, it did not happen in the United States. The history of Bible is in Africa. Egypt is in Africa. In case you don't know, because say you are 22 years. So Egypt is in Africa. So we are actually very close to God and to Jesus than any other people in America. I don't know whether you are aware of that.
Yeah, I'm aware.
All right. So just to give you a very brief one. So we see ourselves as Jews, and nobody should come and dispute who we are. That is who we are, and we accept that particular history. I accept it. I don't know about you, so you should respect my own opinion about myself. What I say about myself is what you should believe. Thank you.
Okay, I still have one more question.
Go ahead.
Okay. I heard what you say. My next question is, I believe that Israel is a friend to NATO, right? And Nigeria is also a friend to NATO. Then we are fighting a war against a NATO country. I think Biafra should either do the opposite, like forming an with other
Are you
party.
are you asking a question or you are making a suggestion? Which one?
Okay, it's also a question and a suggestion. I'm just saying my mind. I'm just being clear. Like the thing has been bothering me for a long, which is I'm also interested in everything that you do. I've been following you. I've been doing everything. I've been following the history. So I just want to know, and I'm also putting out the suggestion. That's
All right, your suggestion have been noted.
okay.
Is there another thing you want to say?
No, nothing much. It's just this.
Because you didn't ask question.
Okay, no problem. Nothing. I'm done.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tosin. We go to the next speaker.
But
We go to Comrade.
sorry, Minister,
Yes, sir.
Minister. Let's correct this impression. They will now say it happened in our space. Please, Nigeria is not a member of a NATO nation. Neither Nigeria is a member of a BRICS nation. So
Minister Success. Minister Success.
Nigeria is
I didn't
neither both
even,
of these.
I didn't even want
And
to fuel anything from what this guy was
and
saying.
you should not make a mistake. We are ever vigilant. We know what happened to us in 67, 70, where Egypt and Russia, we are the helping hand Nigeria has in bombing our people. We cannot afford to make such mistakes again. So we are very, very vigilant. And according to the Prime Minister, follow him up. But Nigeria is not a NATO nation, neither a BRICS nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Success. Since you have decided to puncture the tire, I didn't want to respond to this guy because when he said he's of 22, and then he has been following up everything and this and that, and then the only question you wanted to hear or to ask is because you saw Biafra Defense Forces coming out with Biafra flag, and what Nigeria have told you, why should they carry Israel flag? But you did not come to ask, why did the Northern youth wave Russia flag? It is that of Biafra and Israel that they tell you, go and be looking for why they should come and ask. So we have to move on because at times when we expatiate on many things, we give credence to the enemies of Biafra. So Comrade Udeka Emmanuel, over to you.
Thank you very much, my Prime Minister. Thank you very much, Minister for Information. My Prime Minister, God will bless you. God will bless you. You are the true disciple of Nnamdi Kanu. I don't care what the Chinchi and the some people are saying about you. You are blessed, and God will continue to bless and protect you for us. You see.
Yeah.
I want to also thank God for the life of those who are paying the ultimate price, those men on ground who are loyal to you, who are listening to you. God will continue to bless and protect them in Jesus' name.
Your network don't take light, oh. Comrade Emmanuel, your network don't take light, oh. We can't hear you anymore. All right, we go to the next speaker. When you return, you can take the mic again. Mr. Editor. Mr. Editor.
All right, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as the hot. In case it's your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first. We'll collect them. Let's go down to the news proper as the hot. I'm gonna bring you proper information. We say in concern Nnamdi Kanu's release. We be ohanezendigbo 1 of Ndigbo. Okay, Karaka. Before I continue, I know that a lot of people who has passed through similar issue with Nnamdi Kanu on this Biafra struggle succumbed. They gave up. Kanu has not been the first person, or was not the first person to go for prison, into the prison because of the Biafra struggle. A lot of people has been there. The founder of Masob and the rest of them who surrendered along the line came out and become billionaires. But Kanu has maintained his stand, and I will say kudos to a good man and a man who stands for the right of everybody. Meanwhile, as CDB, Nnamdi Kanu finally meets Lego team as DSS DG lifts restriction. After much agitation, Director General of the Department of State Service DSS Adeola Ajayi lifted the restriction on Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB). Kanu's Lego team, led by lead counsel Aloy Ejimako, met with the Biafra agitator at the DSS facility in Abuja. Ejimako said the intervention of the House of Representative members from Ikuano, Umuahia, North and South Federal Constituency, Obiagocha, was instrumental in DSS lifting the restriction. Posting on X, Ejimako wrote, "Today, on directive of the DG DSS, the MNK Lego team conducted the first successful visitation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu since September 27th. Mazi Ndidi Ahurum, who came from the US, was with us. Our Ramrod Lego forays and Honorable Obi Agocha's intervention were crucial to the outcome. DSS had blocked Kanu from having access to his Lego team after he caused an uproar at the Federal High Court in Abuja, where he demanded the recusal of Justice Bintanyaku. But the court had ordered the secret police to lift the restriction while threatening to jail the DSS Director General for refusal to adhere to its directive. Amid the blockade, Agocha had physically met with Kanu on Thursday, 24th of October 2024 at the DSS facility in Abuja. After the meeting, the lawmaker said he had resolved the issue of restriction placed on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All right, welcome back. This report is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, who have reported that after some necessary procedures and some help, which were rendered by the member of the House representing Ikuano North and South, Honorable Obi Agocha, that Kanu's ban, because Kanu was banned from visiting anybody. The ban was lifted. And on my own part, I say hope it's not another clout chasing, because I think is either in 2021 or 2022 when Soludo came into office. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was his ladder to power, because when Kanu said let there be peace in Anambra State, even with all the uproar and chaos that was there in Anambra State, everywhere was calm, and that election favored Soludo immensely under the party of Apoga. And as it is, I don't know what Obi Agocha is up to. If he's doing this thing out of goodwill, that's fine. But if he's doing it in a bid to be able to achieve his political aim and full career, I think that's destructive, because it's just a political act. A lot of these politicians has used Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to pave their own personal way, and it looks as if Kanu has become their scapegoat or has become their way paver, and many of them, because of this, are making sure that he remains in the DSS detention, because they know that if Kanu is there, a lot of people will be protesting, and if they eventually make ally with Kanu, that will help in giving them large followers and the rest of them. Donald Trump has promised a closed border and mass deportation. Those affected are taking action. The new president of America has promised that he's going to close a lot of borders. Remember that he was closing the border between the Texas border, so for everybody will be say the day for America illegally, now be say your water loop has come, because Trump has decided to change the narrative. Now Trump biko ineme Gemet Konebere. As it be, civil organization set up sues FCT minister Yeson Wike demand immediate halt to Abuja demolition. Of course, you know that they don't need to tell you that this present government is government of demolition. Soludo did it in Anambra. What is his name again? The one in Lagos, Sanwo-Olu, is doing something in Lagos, and Wike is doing his own in Abuja, where he is the FCT minister. They say that he gets some officers who be saying that then they protect foreign hackers on illegal duty. Oh, shit, Now, they say they don't release some end bad government protesters, and the police has denied that they were tortured. No say Taylor. My brother, anything where they do in this life, no allow yourself reach Nigeria police station. Because those boys, some of them, let me say some, are not well trained. Is either they Imagine when they are accusing you of something in Nigeria police station, and they will even make you to confess to what you have not done before, because of the kind of torture and the way they are taking this torture. And that is not how it's supposed to be. Nobody is guilty until proven. For you to say that someone is guilty, you have to prove that that person is guilty. You use remote to off this thing, have you? Off it now, switch. According to EPA, the letter detailed justification on why the Biafra Declaration is a recipe for peace in Nigeria and Sahel region of Africa. The letter of intent informed the Finland president to support the Biafra Independence Declaration because it is a recipe for peace in the Sahel region, EPA wrote on his official X account. The government of Biafra is contacting you to inform you about the overall aims and goals of the Biafra Republic government in exile and its international legal personality, and the pending restoration of the United States of Biafra under the auspice of an internationally recognized referendum to be concluded the last week of November 2024. Unlike other secessionist governments in Africa before and since, Biafra was recognized by 5 United Nations member states. The letter reads in part, this comes amid the increased agitation for Biafra independence in the past years. EPA had announced that from November 29 to 3, 2024, Biafra independence will be declared in a convention in Finland. Recall that Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has been under detention since 2021 over Biafra agitation. Efforts and appeal from several Igbo leaders for his freedom have not yielded fruit. All right, welcome back. This is a letter written to the Finland president, stopped by Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, as it be. You don't share. I think that EPA is actually taking this movement very, very serious. I think that this is not like every other movement that have come before now to liberate the indigenous people of Biafra. There has been a lot of movements. Ojukwu came and go. Owazurike, who later joined the Nigeria Party, and as if his own movement, the MASOB, has now been registered under Nigeria. They are even doing security work everywhere. MASOB members, you can hire them to do security for you and the rest of them. And after that, a lot of people came up. People like him are powerful. And also, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who started the the last part of the game, that ignited the fire of freedom, that was when a lot of Igbo people started speaking out. Even some governmental parastatals supported, some governmental officials and the rest of them who were, pioneering this thing on the ground. Even though there are some selfish politicians who knew that if this happens to come to limelight, that they are going to lose their political position. People like senators, governors, and the rest of them who are kicking against this thing from behind, who are just fighting for their own personal interest. Even the office that have been given to them, the voted office they are occupying as the governors, the president, the senators, they have not been able to do anything for the masses. Yes, they have not been able to do anything good for the masses because as far as what is it called? As far as Nigeria is concerned, as far as Biafra is concerned, the politicians we have not been able to do any reasonable thing that have actually affected the life of the people. Nothing has been done in the interest of the masses. Imagine in a state in the northern part of Nigeria where the governor of that state said that they built, I think, how many boreholes with 1.2 billion naira. Only boreholes. Building of boreholes were done with 1.2 billion. And I think about 20 something boreholes or thereabout. And these politicians somehow they feel that Nigerians or the citizens that are under them, their subjects, the populace, that these people are fools, that they are mumu, they don't even know what they are doing, because the way they are bringing out the expenditure, expecting us to accept these things wholeheartedly, expecting us to accept it hook, line, and sinker. I think it's appalling. It's painful. It's very, very painful. And that is why a lot of people have decided that the movement that will bring about the actualization of the indigenous people of Biafra should be taken serious. People like Simon Ekpa are making moves, making sure that these things come to pass. Meanwhile, let's go to another information. As government don't buy people for one obodo like that, will be Enugu State. They say 4 government shot dead in Enugu State. Let's go down to the full detail of the information as I go to edition out to you one by one. Remember that is my work here for you, to make sure that you get all the necessary information you need. As it be, security squad comprising the Nigerian Army, the police, and the DSS personnel also recovered a cache of arms and ammunition from gunmen, while some of them fled into the bush with various degree of gunshot injuries.